The night before we divorced, I suddenly developed the ability to read minds. Dino, usually calm and reserved, pretended to be working but was sneakily watching me from the corner of his eye. Wife's on her phone. What's she looking at? Might as well take a peek. Divorce. Agreement? I looked at him puzzled, yet his face gave nothing away, though I sensed him internally sobbing, I'll be alone forever. A hopeless romantic for sale, barely used, only once, probably won't be needed again. We should get a divorce. After dinner, Dino went back to his routine of working, while I played on my phone next to him. I seemed calm as I said this, but my other hand kept swiping on my phone screen. His hands paused on the keyboard. What did you say? I didn't catch that. He turned, staring straight at me. Strangely enough, on Dino's usually stoic face, I saw a hint of nervousness. Maybe it was just my imagination. I took a deep breath. I said, let's get a divorce. Dino's hand on the chair's armrest clenched briefly, then quickly relaxed again. When he spoke, his voice was a bit raspy, but his tone was unchanged. Okay. Just like I expected, Dino didn't say a word to stop me. He just agreed and turned back to his work. It'd be a lie to say I wasn't disappointed or hurt. Dino had been my whole youth. I once loved him passionately, dreaming we'd grow old together. But that passion was extinguished by 3 cold years of marriage. Better cut losses now, Lily, you can't warm someone like Dino up. So when are you free to get the divorce papers? Dino focused on the computer, seemingly splitting his attention to answer. I lost my ID during my last trip and haven't replaced it. Let's talk once I've got a new one. I frowned. Lost ID? Knowing Dino's character, how could he lose his ID? While I was pondering, a bizarre voice echoed in the quiet room. Oh no, my wife wants a divorce, what do I do? She doesn't want me, nobody does. A hopeless romantic for sale, barely used. These words jolted me to my core. It took a while to gather myself. The voice was Dino's. But unlike the usual cool and composed Dino. How could he make such an emotional sound? I'm misleading her about the ID to stall the divorce. Maybe she'll forget she wanted one after a few days? But what if she remembers? Why does she want a divorce? The weird voice continued. But physically, Dino sat there with a serious face, lips tightly shut, focused on his computer. Peeking closer, I realized his screen was filled with gibberish. He wasn't really working. Why is she staring at me? Did she figure out I'm lying? I don't want to deceive her, but if she leaves, what do I do? I shifted my gaze away, seeing out of the corner of my eye that Dino seemed to relax a bit, like relieved. In all these years of marriage, he never affectionately called me wife like this. I always thought he married me out of a sense of duty. After marriage, he was always polite but distant. But why did I hear his innermost thoughts right when I decided to divorce him? And such explosive thoughts. I hesitated, then said, how about we hold off on the divorce for now? Studying his expression closely, I did see a subtle change. Upon hearing this, his features relaxed and were calm as ever. Okay. But Dino's voice echoed in my head again. Great, she's not divorcing me now. She's still my wife. But, I just meant delaying the divorce. Did Dino get that? Definitely, because I've been too busy to accompany her lately. I'll make sure I'm home earlier from now on. Dino always clocked in at 9 and pushed till 5, unlike others in his circle. Lately, a big company deal needed a set plan, so he extended hours till 6. Did he really think I wanted a divorce because of this? And sitting next to me working is his idea of keeping me company? Is she mad? What do I do? Wow, Dino actually notices when I'm upset. I thought he always treated me like air. Can I still snuggle my warm, sweet-smelling wife tonight? Wait, what? Aren't our sleeping positions always separated like the Great Wall? But I sleep really soundly. My old dorm mates used to say even an earthquake wouldn't wake me. Does Dino actually cuddle me once I'm asleep every night? There's too much information to process today. I need some quiet time. Lying on the bed, I reminisced about all the bits and pieces of life with Dino. The first time I met Dino, I just started 11th grade. He had just transferred back here, and when the teacher asked him to introduce himself, he simply said, "I'm Dino," and that was it. The other guys thought he was trying too hard, but I was captivated by that voice because back then, I was really into voices. And it's true, teenage crushes are purest, purely based on looks, nothing deeper. He stood out in a crowd of greasy-haired, pimple-faced guys. 7 out of 10 girls in class had a crush on him too. I began an immature pursuit of Dino. He initially rejected me repeatedly and seemed irritated. But despite that, he never spoke harshly to me. Back then, I was clueless about reading people's faces. I just chased wildly out of fear I'd regret it for life. I chased Dino for 6 months, and right before winter break, he suddenly said, "I'm going to University A, but you won't make it, Lily. Give up." It's true, Dino was at the top of the province, while I was just average in my school. University A was way out of my league. But I was head over heels for Dino. Plus, money talks. In the second semester of senior year, my dad gave me a break from school and hired a bunch of college entrance exam tutors to help me focus. I studied day and night and barely got into the school next to University A. When I got the acceptance letter, I was over the moon and went to find Dino. "Dino, I may not have gotten into University A, but my school's right next door, so we can see each other often." It's been over 10 years, and the memory of Dino's expression has come back so clearly. He seemed to have tightened his lips, ready to say something, and his light eyes held something complex that I couldn't read. But in the end, he didn't say a word, just listened to me chatter beside him about our future, not contradicting me for once. In college, I chased Dino even harder. Pretty much everyone in his department knew about the pretty girl from the neighboring school chasing him. Dino stopped refusing meals with me and even helped me with my endless papers, which gave me the illusion that we were dating. One day, I overheard some of Dino's classmates joking about him and another girl. From their conversation, it seemed like Dino and that girl were meant to be, while they were putting me down. Around the same time, my family's company had some troubles, and I hadn't seen Dino for a while. Hearing this was like a bolt from the blue. I cut off all contact with Dino on my own. My parents' business rival, an old man, wanted to acquire our company. When my parents refused, he even resorted to trying to drug me for a forced marriage alliance. In my haze of desperation, Dino kicked down the hotel door and got me out. The mix of feeling wronged, hurt, scared, and the joy of being saved made me lose my mind, and I ended up sleeping with Dino. The next morning, when I woke up, Dino proposed marriage. Even though I was still groggy, I knew that ours was a one-night stand, not a marriage proposal scenario. But before I could say no, Dino said, "You slept with me, and you don't want to take responsibility?" That heavy accusation made me feel like a real jerk. Plus, with Dino's outrageously handsome face, I said yes immediately. After we got married, Dino joined my dad's company and turned it around, making it bigger and stronger. My parents were beyond pleased with Dino, treating him even better than their own daughter. Dino's uprightness made him a model husband, and I became someone everyone envied. Even though our marriage began with lots of unresolved issues, I longed for a sweet life with Dino. But his constant coldness over 10 years made me feel like a fool. So I asked for a divorce. But why did Dino's inner voice totally mess with everything I thought I knew? He loves me. Why didn't he say that? Maybe like the boys said back in senior year, Dino's just a stone-cold guy. The next morning, I got up to find Dino was still home and hadn't left for work yet. I glanced at the clock on the wall and saw it was already 8:40. He usually left by now. Dino, as usual, offhandedly said, "You're up. Come have breakfast." Dino seemed a bit off. Though his tone was normal, I noticed he was fidgeting with his sleeve, a subtle sign of nervousness. I slowly ate my breakfast. Suddenly, I blurted out, "Dino, don't you want the divorce?" Dino immediately replied, "Of course not. What to do? My wife figured out I don't want a divorce. Of course, I don't want a divorce, not in death or in life. Why hasn't my wife forgotten about the divorce after one night? Please, I don't want to get divorced. I felt a little embarrassed by how Dino kept calling me wife in his thoughts. But it also made me certain that he wasn't as indifferent as he seemed. I was about to say, forget about the divorce if you don't want it. Dino's calm expression cracked, and I could see his regret without even trying. What did I just say? I want to kill myself. Won't my wife think I really want to divorce her? Did she misunderstand me? Please, don't leave me. I shrugged. Anyone would think you want a divorce with what you said. But I'm soft-hearted, and I can't just throw away all those years of feelings. Dino's always been respectful and never wronged me. After hearing his unspoken thoughts, I wanted to give us another shot. Dino, we've never really gotten to know each other over the years. Since we're close to splitting up, why don't we talk openly? Yeah. Huh, she wants to know me better. I was speechless for a moment. Dino, have you ever liked me? I went straight for the heart. If Dino doesn't admit it, nothing else really matters. He pressed his lips together, struggling to speak, like a battle was raging inside him. Dino, one more time, do you like me? Maybe it was the stark mix of disappointment and hope in my eyes, but Dino finally squeezed out, Lily, I love you. Finally said it. But why doesn't she look happy? Does she think my love's a burden? I was taken aback for a second. Dino's voice was low, like he was just talking about something ordinary, but his thoughts were like a weight lifted, breaking free from chains. Maybe I never really understood him. Why are you being so distant with me? Dino looked confused, like he didn't get what I was saying. All you do is work. You never spend time with me. Don't say that working from home is spending time with me. On my birthday and all these festivals, your gifts are always the same. You never share anything about yourself with me. It's like we're roomies instead of a married couple. Dino stayed silent for a long time, and just when I thought he wouldn't speak, he did. When we first got married, work was super busy. I didn't have much time then. I knew that. Reviving my parents' company wasn't easy, and Dino lost like 20 pounds during that time. Later, I asked you out for a little getaway a few times, but you turned me down. Wait, did I? Oh right, it happened. The first time was 'cause my friend went through a breakup, and I had to be there for her. The second was a big project at my studio, so I had to stay. The third time, Dino brought home a kitten, and I couldn't leave it alone. My roommate said no too. Dino took my rejection so calmly. But now, I can't help but feel he must have been disappointed. When it came to birthday gifts, Dino seemed a bit tense. Those gifts, I made them myself. Each piece has different words engraved. Whoa, all those necklaces and bracelets, Dino made them by hand. Dino never said a word about it. After the first year, I even complained they weren't well made and told Dino not to buy from that store again. The awkwardness between us grew. Why isn't she speaking? Does she not believe me? Are my gifts really that ugly? Should have just bought them ready-made. Am I really losing her? I can't let that happen. There's gotta be a way to fix this. Dino's inner voice played in my head like surround sound. I never imagined Dino had such a sensitive side, even more than when I was head over heels for him. So why didn't you ever tell me how you felt? That's what I care about the most. Dino's eyes widened, rubbing his sleeve faster, showing his restless mind. With determination, Dino spoke. Lily, I'm sick. I didn't hide it on purpose. Oh no, she's gonna hate me. I'm not normal. Lily loves the perfect Dino, not me, the guy with issues. Oh God. She already didn't want me, and now she definitely won't. I heard every word Dino said, but I couldn't piece it together. Dino seemed healthy, not sick. He wouldn't lie to me, right? No way, Dino never lies. Maybe my disbelief was too obvious. Dino, sounding defeated, said, I have alexithymia. I've been seeing a therapist, but I'm better now. With that, he seemed relieved. Without minding my shock, he continued, I know I'm bad at showing feelings. My silence and coldness have hurt you in our marriage. I've wanted to change, but it's hard. Whenever I try to say I love you, my heart races, and I can barely breathe. I then noticed Dino trembling. Why didn't you tell me? I asked, struggling. Dino let out a bitter laugh. Lily, in our marriage, the only thing keeping you is the successful Dino. If I'm less than perfect, I have nothing to hold on to. You're beautiful, passionate, from a great family, surrounded by friends. Your friends have probably said I don't deserve you. Yeah, plenty of people told me to not take Dino too seriously. Falling for you felt like winning the lottery, but I know I don't deserve you. Just a poor, dull guy. If you're done with me, I wouldn't know how to keep you. If it wasn't for that chance meeting, I'd never have married you. I saw deep insecurity in Dino, so different from his usual confident and classy demeanor. I'm selfish and mean, knowing I don't deserve you, yet I thought marriage could bind you to me. I kept comforting myself, thinking I'd tell you how much I love you once I'm better. But I know you don't like waiting. Dino's voice grew hoarse, like he was on the verge of tears. Lily, could you love an imperfect Dino? Dino's eyes shimmered with tears and tension. Did you ever give me the chance to know imperfect Dino? How do you know I only like perfect Dino? Dino's eyes lit up with hope. For the first time, he hugged me tight, as if to merge me into his very being. Dino, I'll give you the chance to show me the real you. Don't hide anything anymore. Okay. Oh my gosh, my wife still wants me. She's amazing. I can't be without her. My kind, beautiful, lovely wife, my everything. I'm gonna be her loyal pup for life. No need for that. Dino promised to let me see the real him, and he really started to change. Usually, we have breakfast then do our own things, he heads to the office, and I go to my studio. This morning, Dino lingered at the door, wanting to say something. I couldn't take it anymore. What do you want to do? He slowly asked. They say couples give morning kisses. Could you give me one? Dino looked calm outwardly, but his ears were burning red, and his fingers were nervously fidgeting with his sleeves. No wonder Dino seemed so weird today. He kept glancing at my lips. I hope my wife doesn't find me annoying, but I really want a good morning kiss from her. If others have one, I want one too. Will she satisfy my request? Am I being too much? Asking for something so unreasonable on the first day. Ugh, she's definitely going to turn me down. I can't let Dino keep imagining things like this, otherwise, he might end up shutting himself off. I walked over, stood on tiptoes, and kissed the corner of his mouth. Dino froze for a moment, and then he couldn't hide his joy. Just when I was about to pull away, Dino wrapped his arms around my waist and deepened the kiss. He only let go when I was almost out of breath. This was the first time Dino kissed me first, other than in bed, and it was a refreshing feeling for me. Do your work well and don't think about other things, I'll be waiting for you at home. His eyes were sparkling, and he nodded enthusiastically. Wow, she's amazing. She actually kissed me. I might just pass out from happiness. Was it really that easy to say it out loud? Standing at the door, I watched Dino walk away. I could see the bounce in his step, his excitement. I thought about what the psychologist told me yesterday. Alexithymia is usually due to not being recognized in childhood, often getting put down, and often comes from parents. Dino rarely talked about his parents in front of me. At first, I thought it was because he didn't want me meddling in his life, but now that I think about it, the few times he's mentioned them, I've seen hidden irritation and dislike in his eyes. I can't imagine what kind of repression Dino must have faced in his childhood to lead to such a severe case of alexithymia now. Dino's thoughts tell me he loves me dearly, yet he's hesitant to speak up because he's afraid of rejection and indifference, just like when he was a kid. I say I love Dino, but I've never really tried to understand him, and that's on me too. Giving Dino a chance is also giving myself a chance. Dino is changing in a very obvious way. I told him, there's no need to push yourself, we can take it slow. I don't want to make you wait for me any longer. He said it calmly, but there was a lot more going on in his mind. A guy who lets his wife down isn't a good guy. I've hurt her for so long, I can't keep messing this up. She's generously given me a chance, I've got to make the most of it. I often find it fascinating. Dino's inner voice is always full of emotions, constantly expressing his love for me, but outwardly, he seems so calm and composed. Maybe hearing Dino's inner thoughts is the key. It gave us a chance to save our marriage. Fate made Dino have alexithymia, yet it also let me hear his innermost thoughts. How could this not be a match made in heaven? Dino's changing a lot. For instance, he calls me during his lunch break to say he misses me. He'll buy a bouquet of flowers or a small cake to bring home after work. He picks out my favorite dishes for me at meals. He holds me while I watch TV in the evenings. I really enjoy these changes in Dino, bringing new hope to our marriage. But there's one thing that makes me feel that maybe Dino is changing too much. I come out of the bathroom after showering and drying my hair, and Dino's already on the bed, turning his eyes on me the second I step out. Wow, she smells good. Like a peach, I want to take a bite. Want to pounce on her, but I'm scared I'll startle her. That mole on her collarbone is so alluring, I want to give it a lick. I paused my steps a little on my way to the bed, looking at Dino whose expression was oh so serious, with a complicated look. How did I never notice this side of Dino before? At the start of our marriage, I thought he was a monk, able to stay composed with a beautiful woman like me next to him every day. In the end, it was me who couldn't resist Dino's looks and took the lead once more. Even then, Dino didn't react much. Hold on. Dino did get a nosebleed then. He said it was because he was overheated. Come to think of it, maybe it was due to a different kind of heat. Why isn't she coming over? I want to hold her. How many times will she let me tonight? She seemed to like that position last time, should I try it again? But she did cry a lot then. Dino's inner voice is getting more and more out there, a fierce blush climbing up my face. My brain feels scrambled with all of Dino's straightforward and lewd thoughts. I can't take it anymore. What's going on in that head of yours, Dino? I shouted. Dino froze. Am I that obvious? She knows now. Even angry, she's adorable, I want to pinch her. I took a deep breath. Why didn't I know earlier, that Dino was such a leck? He held it together for so long, he must have had a hard time. Go to sleep, stop thinking about anything else. Before turning off the lights, I caught a glimpse of Dino's disappointment. A smile tugged at my lips. Dino with desire felt so much livelier. Dino said he's going to attend a school reunion, asking if I want to come. I pretended not to care and asked, is everyone from your class going? Yeah. Including your class president, Clara? Dino's now quite sensitive to my emotions. Do you not like Clara? Since he asked, I didn't hold back. Yeah, I'm not a fan. Back then, people in your department thought you and she were perfect for each other, that I had nothing on her except some money, and she always acts so fake around me, I really don't like her. Dino bit his lip, then I won't go. Though I was satisfied with Dino's approach, I didn't actually intend to stop him from catching up with old friends, so I waved my hand, it's all right now, you're mine, I'm not worried about her taking you away. But if she gets all fake in front of me this time, you better stand up for me. Okay, I will. So happy, she said I'm hers. I'm really starting to understand Dino's love-struck nature. My main point was that I wanted him to stand up for me, but he just caught the bit where I said he was mine. At the class reunion, I dressed down on purpose. As expected, when Dino and I entered the room, some eyes flashed with surprise and others with envy. Dino, you're here. We were just talking about you. You've really made it big now. Is that Lily from school? You two really ended up together. You two are such a perfect couple. Everyone was busy complimenting me and Dino. We've been out in the world for a while now, and Dino's status is way beyond theirs. I noticed a girl nearby giving me a jealous glare. It was Clara, no surprise there. When Clara saw me looking over, she flashed a big smile, but it just seemed fake. Lily really worked hard chasing after Dino back then. I've never seen someone so persistent. Even when he was cold, she'd stick around. Ugh, this girl is so fake, throwing shade at me. Thought that someone like Lily, a rich girl, wouldn't take Dino seriously, just having fun. But she truly cares for him, huh? Oh, so I'm just a player, huh? Wow, I really envy Lily. Born with everything, living off her parents in the first half of life and her husband in the second. Such a life of ease. Clara said it like a joke, but everyone wise enough there knew she was throwing shade. Those who didn't like me chimed in supporting Clara. The whole mood got awkward. Normally, I'd have snapped back at Clara by now, but today, I'm waiting for Dino to speak up. Clara, are things not going well for you? Why all the bitterness? Clara's eyes grew wide, shocked that Dino spoke up for me. It's an honor that Lily likes me, we've been together since college. She didn't chase me, I pursued her, and whenever I gave her the cold shoulder, it was because I got jealous of her smiling at other guys. If I could support her, I would love that, but Lily's got her own career. She's more accomplished than me, and I only work hard so she doesn't leave me. Dino's words shocked everyone there, including me. Clara's expression kept changing, until finally, she snapped. Why do I care if you're a happy couple? Indeed, it's none of your business, but you owe Lily an apology. Your remarks were offensive. Why should I apologize to her? Clara shouted. Your words were offensive. Others, seeing the tension rise, started urging Clara to apologize. Come on, class leader, you did sound harsh. Just apologize. Yeah, your words were a bit too much. Clara exploded, are you serious? This is our class reunion, and you're pointing fingers at me for an outsider? I played innocent and said, weren't we allowed to bring partners? Just because you're single doesn't mean others can't come as couples. People were annoyed by Clara's drama because many wanted to network with Dino and didn't want to mess things up with me, and thereby, with Lily's family. So folks started speaking out strongly. Clara didn't expect to be put on the spot like that. She glared at me and stormed out, slamming the door with her bag. Clara's exit really busted this reunion. It wasn't too long before the gathering dispersed. Back home, I sat on the bed, telling Dino, I think I messed up your reunion. It's fine, you're worth more than them. Lately, I haven't heard much from Dino. Only when he's really worked up do I catch a piece of his mind. But compared to before, Dino's talking more. The therapist said he's improving a lot and can communicate normally now. Today, you said at the reunion that we were together in college. How come I didn't know? It was in my head. When you showed up with that school letter in senior high, I thought we were together. I couldn't stop laughing. Dino, you're so reserved, ly charming. Once I calmed down, I noticed Dino looking at me with a soft gaze. Better stop laughing, or Dino's imagination will run wild. Then why did you ignore me in the second term of junior year? My mentor wanted me to pursue grad school, but I knew your family business had issues, so I declined. But there was a department project that might connect with XYZ company. I thought it might help you, so I signed up. I never expected him to do all that for me. Do you regret not furthering your studies? Your peers say you were your mentor's star student. You could have achieved a lot. Dino finished his work and wrapped me in a hug. No regrets. I told you, you're the most important thing to me. Since Dino's become more aware, he's been casually dropping sweet nothings. It feels like we're in the honeymoon phase. But honestly, this isn't much different from a honeymoon. I was so giddy, twirling in his arms until I noticed the tension between us. I realized I might be making things intense. I looked up into his deep eyes and he rasped, "Is it bedtime?" Definitely not just sleep in the regular sense. I quickly slipped out of his hug and straightened my clothes. One last question. How did you find me when I was in trouble? I suddenly found that I couldn't reach you on your phone. When I went to your school, they said you took leave and went home. I've always been afraid you'd abandon me. So I talked to your parents and asked where you went. I think they knew who I was. After I pleaded with them, your dad gave me your new contact info. But I still couldn't get through, so I asked a friend to help find your location. Dino said it like it was no big deal, but I knew it must have been tough for him back then. He suffers from alexithymia, and going to my parents to ask about me was already a big step. He mentioned casually he asked a friend for help, but I know that wasn't easy either. Dino, if the last time I talked about divorce, we had really gone through with it, would you have been upset? No way. We wouldn't get divorced. He said it so confidently, it made me smile inside. Did he really think I didn't know he was lying about losing his ID? That lie was pretty bad. I didn't think I'd fool you. Then how can you be so sure we won't get divorced? Because you're soft-hearted. I actually put my health report in the study room. If you saw it, you'd feel too bad to leave me. I didn't expect I'd end up telling you directly. Dino said confidently. I went quiet. Dino really understood me. If I hadn't heard it from him but stumbled upon his medical report, I wouldn't have the heart to divorce him either. I'd feel hurt. Dino came over and hugged me, kissing my exposed skin. Lily, stop bringing up divorce. I can't handle it. He laid me down on the bed, his voice husky. We need to sleep now. The end. Epilogue, Dino. Ever since I was a kid, my parents didn't like me. My mom had me just to keep my dad around, so he hated me. They fought and argued every day. When I was little, I thought if I was good enough, they'd like me. So, I tried to do everything perfectly, just hoping for one compliment from them. But I never got it. Gradually, I stopped asking for their love. I didn't see it as a problem because I wouldn't get disappointed anymore. When I was 17, they finally got divorced, and I was left behind. I took the money they left me and moved to my grandma's place, and went to school there. That's where I met Lily. She was a bright, lively girl, so dazzling it was hard to even look at her. But one day she told me she liked me and wanted me to be her boyfriend. My first reaction was anger, thinking she was mocking me. Then disbelief and unexpected joy followed. Lily liked me? I couldn't even get my parents' love, how could the sun favor me? So, I turned her down. Don't chase unrealistic dreams. But really, who can resist Lily? So, I told her something harsh. When I said it, a million thoughts raced through my mind. I had so many reasons ready, convincing myself I just wanted her to stop wasting her time on me. But deep down, I hoped she'd try for me once more. My classmates mocked me, but I didn't care. Yet, seeing Lily's empty desk filled me with regret and sadness. But when she showed up, with her college acceptance letter in hand, buzzing with excitement, I can't describe it. It was like sunlight piercing a gloomy, damp room. I felt like tiny sparks were jolting through me, making me tremble. Lily painted our future with her words. And in that moment, life felt truly beautiful. Once at college, Lily visited whenever she could. That was the best time of my life. I wanted to grow old with Lily. And for the first time, I faced my emotional issues head-on. I started seeing a therapist. The therapist said my condition was severe and long-term treatment would be necessary. I wanted to tell Lily that I loved her, but there was something wrong with me. But I feared that she liked the ideal version of me. I was scared she'd think less of me, but knowing Lily, she wouldn't. Yet in our relationship, I was the one receiving charity. I was always so insecure. Marrying Lily early was unexpected. When I carried Lily out of the hotel, the joy of getting something back overwhelmed me. When she clung to me, I could have pushed her away, but I didn't. I did it on purpose. I used that moment to marry Lily. After marriage, I was so happy. But I knew Lily craved my love. I worked hard on my therapy. I wanted to show Lily how much I loved her. When Lily talked about divorce, my world shattered. Later, I lied, saying I'd use my illness as a way to avoid a divorce. But I never told her if that didn't work, I might do something irrational. Fortunately, Lily was kind-hearted enough not to let it get that far. I can't be without Lily. She's my one and only.